The most willing people in Europe to offer information for statistical surveys are the Cypriots. This is what Erica does. Today she's working in a newly built residential part of Nicosia, gathering details for an up-to-date profile on living standards. How big is the kitchen in terms of square meters? Pieces of furniture, disposable income. Erica's data will end up at Cyprus Statistics headquarters. The details are like pieces in a mosaic. Conclusions are drawn from them. They are about demographics or the environment, health and education. The process is unglamorous, but an essential function of modern Europe. To join the EU 3 years ago, and now the single currency, Cyprus set up a finely tuned independent statistical machine. The number 2 in the service talks about efficiency, motivation and communication.
I can say without any reservations that the usefulness and image of statistics and of the statistical service have been greatly upgraded due to European Union accession process and of course by joining the European Union in 2004 and the Euro area now. As for the statistics we produce today, almost 70% are based on new demands due to European Union membership.
From the island at the continent's southeast perimeter, the data reaches Eurostat in Luxembourg. Eurostat's daily challenge is to ensure the stream from all the member states is harmonized. For example, it must see that public deficit is calculated the same way in Cyprus as it is in Portugal. It demands time. The United States can furnish its unemployment rate to the nearest immediate week, but not Europe. This has to be done faster, this Portuguese Eurodeputy insists.
We try to keep the statistics up to date to meet the user's needs. We always want perfect statistics. If they are not ready and if we have to wait 3 or 4 years, they are of no use anymore. The world has passed them by. Up-to-date statistics are important for companies and for politicians.
Statistical analysis matters in regional contexts just as it does internationally and globally. Subsidy and aid allotment also requires that systems evolve, as we hear from a Spanish MEP.
In the European Parliament's Regional Committee, we are working towards a system that assesses the European region's development. This is known as NUTS, for Nomenclature of Units for Territorial Statistics. Adjustments are needed for the new member states, Romania and Bulgaria. These are difficult and technical issues, but they are fundamental when it comes to the distribution of European cohesion and development funds. They are allocated depending on each region's income. That's why it is fundamental to have surveys that reflect each European region's situation with precision to establish the funds which correspond.
Back in Cyprus, interviewers from the Statistical Office are at the summer sales. They're keeping track of price changes for the Consumer Price Index. The same as anywhere in Europe, the shops drop their prices to attract customers before the holidays. This is the last summer they'll be paying in Cyprus pounds, what with the euro approaching.
So the product, they're going to have 2 prices, 1 euro and 1 Cyprus money. So we're already ready, and until the 2008, when it's officially again, it's going to be everything on euro.
According to its own statistics, Cyprus meets all the criteria required to join the euro. The deficit is 1.5% of GDP. Growth is 3.8%. The economy is thriving, therefore its moderate, less than 2% inflation is being monitored closely. That's what these interviewers are doing at the fruit market. Fresh produce from Cyprus is also exported across Europe. Citrus, grapes, potatoes. Considering the island's overall wealth, it makes a net contribution to the EU's common agricultural policy.
We just quote the prices and we make an average for the whole Cyprus.
Just 40 kilometers away at the coastal tourist resorts, tomatoes cost more than double the regular price. There is speculation about increases with the euro in sight.
It's a very small risk to have, because there is a very good campaign going on. People listen every night almost this campaign about the euro and the fair pricing, and companies are joining the fair pricing agreement. So they will not be, and most of the entrepreneurs have said that they will be rounding down actually. There have been several who advertise that they will be taking the price down instead of up.
How else will the euro affect Cyprus? Its successful integration into the EU has increased the social, economic and political separation from the Turkish Cypriots that dates from 1974. The euro could widen that gap, according to the co-president of the European Green Party visiting the island.
I think that the circulation of the euro in just one part of the island could worsen the current division. The euro certainly won't help. I've talked about that to European Commissioner Joaquín Almunia, and he told me he doesn't think it's a problem that the euro will also be used de facto in the north. We'll see.
A public celebration was held in Brussels to mark the coming enlargement of the single currency group to include Cyprus and Malta. From January 2008, the euro will be the official national currency of 15 countries.
Cyprus and Malta will become, next year, members of the euro area, will share with 318 million Europeans the same currency. They have been preparing their economies, their country, their institutions during the last couple of years.
With around 3 million visitors per year, tourism already accounts for some 22% of GDP in Cyprus and 14% of direct employment. So the island pays the industry special attention. These interviewers gather information electronically. The compiled data can be published in a matter of days. Not all the EU countries are that fast. So Eurostat's release of global data comes with a delay. Here's the average amount of money tourists spend in a handful of countries and the average length of their stay. This information is available on a Europe-wide basis, but sometimes the figures are revealed too late to be relevant. An important task awaits the European Parliament and the European Commission after the holiday season. With the euro set to appear in more countries, the big institutions are ready to boost their cooperation effort so that Europe creates coherent statistics that are more than the sum of its parts.